Hey everybody! Today I want to talk a little bit about the recovery process after my Lasek surgery, especially the second and the third day. Today is actually day 4 after the surgery, and I talked a little bit in the first video already about what happened during the surgery and the day right after. But today I want to talk a little bit about the days that followed. And as you can see, like, I'm completely unshaven right now. This is one of the things that I have to do in the first few days. I have to be really careful that there's no water, no soap that goes near my eyes. So shaving for now is out of the question. And with the showering, you have to be really careful. So only, let's just say, belly down, and have to be really careful that there's no water that comes to your eyes. So today I got my lenses removed. As you might have already heard in the last video, what they did after the surgery or during the surgery is they put like protective lenses to my eyes so that the eyes would be a little bit more protected against UV light, and also that the entire recovery process in the first few days would go a little bit smoother, that there wouldn't be that much pain. Which is actually exactly what I wanted to talk about today, because before the surgery everyone told me that Lasek surgery is usually accompanied with a lot of pain, especially during the first 3 days. They would hurt quite a lot. And what the Dream Eye Center kind of advertised in their brochures was like that it was nearly pain-free because of the protective lens that they use and some other stuff that I didn't even understand. And I have to say that this is actually true. Like, I was prepared for a lot of pain. I was prepared for like playing it down, you know, like being like really cool about it, and like being in agony for like 3 days and then telling everyone, no, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was actually like, okay, yeah, that was pain, but it wasn't that bad. And then after, like, in confidence, like, yeah, it was really bad. So kind of what you do as a guy. I mean, you want to look good, so that's what you do. But I have to say that I had no pain whatsoever, so far at least, that is. Today is day 4 and I am completely pain-free. The most uncomfortable day was probably the second day because my eyes got tired really fast. Kind of makes sense if you think about it. It was not the day after the surgery, but it kind of was the day after the surgery. It was the second day, and that was when the eyes suddenly started to realize, hey, something happened here, and had to get used to everything. Especially when I looked at a monitor, I could maybe look at a monitor or a screen, even my mobile phone, for like a couple of minutes, and immediately I had to avert my eyes and close them. So it was really bad. And it was also the most boring day. Like, nobody told me how horribly boring the days after the surgery would be. I was lying on my bed the entire time and just listening to audiobooks, but after you listen to audiobooks for a couple of hours, there's nothing else to do. You don't want to do that anymore, so you don't want to do something else. And then you try to watch a movie or you try to watch a stream and it just doesn't work. So that was one of the most annoying things ever. I just tried to call as many friends as possible, but of course everyone was working, so that wasn't as easy as I thought. So if you ever think about getting the eye surgery, make sure that you have a couple of friends at hand that you can call and that you can talk to, because you will be bored out of your mind. The third day was a little bit easier because my eyes started to get used to everything. My vision, by the way, got worse on day 2, and also on day 3 was still not really good. It was very blurry. I had, when I went outside during the night to just go shopping, for example, I had big problems with halos, and that was kind of normal. People already told me before that that would happen, that my vision would get immediately like really good after the surgery, like 70 to 80%, but that the days following the vision would get worse again and would actually like get a little bit blurry. So that was definitely the case. But as I said, on the third day it was a little bit easier. I could actually watch streams for a lot of time. I even played some Hearthstone. Couldn't really play StarCraft or anything because you have to focus just too much and constantly, whereas if you just watch a stream or a movie, you can always just pause and maybe look to the side and close your eyes when they get a little bit too tired. So the first 2 days were kind of okay. Today they removed the contact lenses, the protective lenses that they put in there, which means that right now my eyes are once again like a little bit I just have to pay more attention now. I have to make sure that I use my eye drops all the time. They are at the risk of being a little bit dry, but so far that was not really an issue. I still have my 3 different kind of eye drops that I'm using like all the time. One of them I use every hour, the other ones I use 4 times a day at this point, and I just got a lot of them, a lot of more like bottles, because my next appointment is actually in 2 weeks. So quite some time from now on. And I was told that after the contact lenses were removed, my vision would get even worse, which is definitely the case. Like, immediately when the lenses were removed, my vision got so much worse, it got so much more blurry, and right now this is definitely the worst vision that I had since I got the surgery. And that's kind of normal, as they explained to me, because of the contact lenses, because they got removed and my eyes got used to the lenses being in there. Now they have to readjust. So that's what's apparently going to happen over the next few days. And what is supposed to happen is that my vision now gets better like each day. Like, it takes some time. It may take up to 2 weeks until my vision gets like perfect, but they said that from now on my vision should every day get a little bit better and definitely improve significantly. So that's the state of my recovery so far. As you can see, I also have to wear like a hat or sunglasses like kind of all the time to make sure that my eyes are not really exposed to too much sunlight, and that there's a lot of shade. This is really important. And for me, for example, it makes a huge difference if I look at the screen that is like very bright, or if I look at the screen that is like rather dark. So that also plays a huge role. So at this point, I'm still waiting for my eyes to get much better. The recovery process so far has not been as bad as I expected. I was nearly completely pain-free, just a slight discomfort when I was looking at screens. That got a lot better as well by now. And I'm still staying at home as much as I possibly can, not going out too much, just trying to stay at home, have the curtains closed. Looks a little bit bright right now, but that's just with the lighting that I have here. So the interior here is actually quite dark at this point. I'm trying to lie down on the bed as much as I can, just closing the eyes, listening to audiobooks, and that has been the last few days for me. So my next appointment at the clinic is in 2 weeks, but my eyes are supposed to get much better from now on, and I will definitely keep you updated in a few days. I'm not gonna release a new video like every day talking about how it went, but like maybe in 4 or 5 days I'm gonna release a new one and just let you know if the vision really got better. My plan for now is to also maybe get gunners, because I plan, and I have to of course like look a lot on screens, especially with my job, and I want to start streaming like really soon. So people have been talking to me a lot, and I have asked a few friends who actually have gunners and say that they help a lot with looking at screens. So that's kind of the idea that I have right now, getting myself a pair and then see if it really helps. My next cast is actually tomorrow. It's going to be a GSTL, which is roughly I think 32 hours from now on. So by then my vision should be a little bit better, and of course going through that GSTL cast will be not really problematic, but I think I will definitely feel it, and that between the games I just have to sit back and close my eyes and make sure that my eyes get a little bit of recovery time. So I hope that it won't be a long drawn out match between the two teams, that we won't go over all the 7 maps, that it's maybe a 4-1, maybe a 4-2. I'm a little bit selfish in that regard, but everything else should be completely fine. So this is it after the Lasek surgery. If you guys have any question, make sure that you write them in the YouTube comments. I'm always happy to help you out with any questions that you have. And upvote the video, of course, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that just yet. And I guess I see you guys next time when I tell you a little bit more about the recovery process, and hopefully can tell you that my vision is absolutely perfect again, because right now it's really shit. It's really, really blurry, and I hope that is going to improve really soon. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.